What's up, party people?
Okay, no future.
What's up?
Hey, hey, no future.
Hey,
How's everything?
Fern.
How's it going?
Hey, friend.
Hey, friends. How's everybody doing?
We are great.
Absolutely fine.
It's a great week in Gotchiverse.
Especially for us.
Yeah, I can't wait to pick your brain about your GBM auction experience because I'm sure you guys played a big role in it.
Yeah, how did that go for you guys, by the way? How was your experience with this auction currently? I know you were involved in the last one as well, right?
Since last
Yeah,
one,
the last one.
yeah, Igor.
Yeah, go ahead, Sandro.
Last one, we were bidding a lot for us, for our guild, because there is no prize discovery. We have decided to bid at honest price and not to be outbidded. So to be sure that we acquire as much land as possible. And yeah, we succeeded at this round. This one, we are more aiming the lands near our partner estate, but parcel, but we cannot share where is it.
Of course, yeah, I understand. That's so awesome. That you guys. So you guys, it sounds like you guys went in a lot heavier this time because you knew what you wanted. Is that right?
Yeah,
Actually, not exactly. I guess the last auction was a bit bigger for us.
Oh, okay. So like this is just you're picking out special parcels that you maybe thought were I guess unique or closer to the guild because I know you guys have established yourselves as a guild in the Gotchiverse as well. Among other games as well.
yeah,
Yeah,
we're eager. Go ahead.
we're trying to play every good game like Aavegtochi.
And for now also we take our experience in Skyweaver and Axie Infinity as all the guilds around the space, and we're trying to figure out great play-to-earn games and to go deep uh, in the information about these games as early as it can be, just to prepare NFT assets for our players and gain like, a lot of experience just prior to the game launch.
Yeah, that's awesome because I've looked into some of the games that you guys are involved with. Like you're involved with the Sandbox, Axie Infinity, Ember Sword, Lost Relics, and I think there's a couple more in there that I might have missed. And now Aavegtochi as well, right?
To be honest, Aavegtochi is our first game where we decided to acquire assets, even not being as a guild. We were acquiring it before we just started the guild. So me and Igor OGs in Aavegtochi Discord. So we started before Hunt 1. So Aavegtochi was our first game which we were addicted to.
It's the
Yeah,
best one
of
out there.
course, we are involved in Sandbox. We have a team that built for Sandbox. Currently, we are building MetaGuild Hall, which will be our guild's hub for players, like players' experience. There will be a museum, mini games, um, various of games like survival games and so on.
I've seen your guild hall actually. It's quite impressive in the sandbox. I actually, yeah, I saw a video on YouTube, actually a tour of it, and I was quite impressed. I can't wait to see what structures you have in mind to build in the Gotchiverse.
Yeah, we're still
Yeah,
trying
we
to
are
figure out.
waiting for the information about. Okay, we're waiting for a lot of documentation on how to build NPCs in Aavegtochi, and there are a lot of images from in Twitter posts from other guilds like farm Gotchis. I like a lot what they are trying to build in the Gotchiverse. I like the vision, and I hope we can do uh, not less that it can be um, presented by artists only. I hope we can do such things in Gotchiverse.
Oh yeah, I definitely think you're going to be able to do things like that in the Gotchiverse. I mean, we've talked a lot about some of the structures that you can build on the spaces, and one of the most interesting ones for me is the Guild Lodge. So I'm sure you guys will probably be building one of those very shortly.
Yeah, it will be great. What is very interesting for me is what we can build on on-chain level. I mean, how far can we go with ideas and game mechanics? For example, imagine you can build game where you can conquest other parcels from other players, other friends, or imagine you can build deathmatch game where you can kill other Aavegtochis. I hope there will be no such game. I love Aavegtochis, but it's still possible, I think.
Oh, I totally understand what you mean there, where, you know, even though we have the structure of Aavegtochi and the base gameplay, we also have the ability to create these mini games in Aavegtochi. So you can maybe even create a mini game that's around some of these ideas, and maybe you don't actually lose your real parcel in the real game, but maybe within the Gotchiverse, there's a mini game that you can do such things, you know. That would be
Yeah,
interesting.
exactly. You can build anything you want, whatever you want, basically.
Yeah, so I understand you guys have been around in the crypto space for quite some time. Just reading some things on MetaGuild. So I guess you're a community of investors and crypto people passionate about crypto and also gamers. And then I see this vision of combining these new economies with these new game models that are now coming out, which is super interesting to see.
Yes, I'm actually fascinated by the idea of combining finance and games and onboarding new people to crypto through gaming experience.
Do you guys feel like these games that we're now learning to play and the metaverse that's coming out is going to be like a future income or like a future of work for some people who decide to take this full time?
For sure, for sure. There are a lot of cases where people already switch their working flow and lean towards more metaverse. Building, for example, the sandbox artists who do it on part-time, but they are looking the opportunities to switch at a full-time mode, and some people from not so rich countries, let's say poor people who can't earn enough money, they trying to switch from regular jobs as soon as possible. So yeah, we think that metaverse will bring a lot of opportunities and jobs for artists and young people, in my opinion, who can just bootstrap with who like playing games and can bootstrap in their financial way, financial education. Yeah.
Yeah, and we have obvious example of such game is Axie Infinity. This game saved a lot of lives in various uh, uh, various countries where people struggling finding jobs, and I definitely see this from Aavegtochi and other games.
Interesting thing that these people who is going to play Axie Infinity is just like a first step for them. Some person from people who play in Axie Infinity transfers their view to some new stuff like building in the sandbox. Some of them are already looking through the wiki of Aavegtochi and trying to spread their time for a lot of games. And some people are looking at NFT, and the process of their onboarding is much faster than is in regular community. So we see the future of such approach.
That's a really interesting point. I like the point that you make about having these players who were always game players, and now having them a part of being a part of a new workforce. So it's introducing a whole new workforce into the economy, whereas these players before were playing just for enjoyment. Now there's actually some sort of a reward, and also there's some financial education that comes with it as well, which is very valuable, especially for the younger gamers as well. Uh, so I wanted to ask you, what are your thoughts after hearing all of that? What are your thoughts on the Gotchi rental program? Because that was just recently announced. And how is MetaGuild thinking about using the Aavegtochi rental program?
Yeah, I have a thing to compare with. It's Axie Infinity. They are pioneers, but they don't have any native infrastructure to lend out assets. And Aavegtochi team make this real. They created a real native infrastructure to lend out assets. I think for the games where assets are pretty expensive, this is very important for development of the game, of the community, and actually it saves people from being scammed. We see a lot of cases in Axie Infinity communities where people don't get paid because of greedy landlords. I mean, not landlords, but managers who lends out assets for them. And yeah, having such a good infrastructure, native infrastructure, will help in a lot of levels.
Yeah, that access is going to allow way better price discovery for all that stuff, just making it a way more like fair, like pricing for both parties, really. It's going to allow for a lot more activity.
Yeah, I agree with you, Webb.
Yeah, having some kind of marketplace for such assets will be a great product.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see like how Aavegtochi as it grows a bit, like can sort of allow some of their infrastructure to be utilized for like other tokens that share the same diamond like model.
Yeah, I think on that point, the fact that everything is on chain is very important in this aspect, especially with what Egor and Sandro are saying with players not getting paid out and whatnot. That'll be preventable in Aavegtochi, I think.
For sure, and moreover, using the smart contracts in lending process to be easier to manage Aavegotchis and the rentees for whales who have a lot of gotchis and cannot do it on their own, playing only one Aavegotchi or two, but have plenty of them just sitting in their pocket. And having such smart contracts, they can easily track where and how money, where and where their friends and how much alchemica did they bring in the last day and so on. I think this utility of this tool is super amazing, and I'm excited. I was very excited to read this article, and cannot wait anymore until game launch, to be honest.
I'm so
We're
excited.
all, yeah, we're all just like biting our nails. You're like, God, like I need it.
It's like I'm almost seeing past Christmas, like everybody, I mean, a lot of people right now, they're looking forward to Christmas. I'm just looking past that. For me, Christmas is going to be like the Gotchiverse, that's going to be like the holidays for me, getting to unwrap all my parcels and see how much alchemica there is.
Yeah, it's gonna be super exciting to do that.
So I gotta ask you guys, I have a question. Are you guys gonna be building analytics or UI tools on top of Aavegtochi for some of these rental contracts? Is there gonna be some sort of a website where people can go to and either rent an Aavegtochi, or is it gonna be more internal, as in you have to be a part of MetaGuild to be able to do these things?
We're definitely exploring such possibilities, and we have pretty strong team to build such tools, and we definitely will build something. It might be a game, but we have more expertise in building tools and analytics because we have done it before for our internal usage. For example, we have pretty complex analytics for our Axie Infinity Scholarship, and yeah, we definitely will move these resources to build something for Aavegtochi later on.
That's awesome. That's awesome to hear, and I really look forward to seeing some of those tools emerging. I know we have Orden GG or Orden DAO, I believe. They have built some incredible front-end tools for Aavegtochi as well. So I can't wait to see what other people are building as well.
Yeah, Orden DAO's tools is amazing. They actually open sourced their marketplace recently. And yeah, I'm looking forward to look into the code more deep.
And that's where the decentralized aspect of everything that we're doing here, this is where it can benefit us all. I notice a lot of us in this space, the way we think is actually quite different than a lot of the way other people think in society, in the way that we think in terms of decentralization and for the greater good, and that even comes down to making your code or open source. I think that's an amazing thing that we can share things like that, where you have other corporations nowadays that have patented and protected everything from being shared, so that it doesn't help with innovation. This is awesome, and I think we're going to see some incredible things emerging from us just sharing such things.
Yeah, good point. And you know what I especially like? That the Aavegtochi team, Pixelcraft, is stick to these values and their vision. They are consistent in their decisions, and they always follow their values, initial values.
I could not agree more. They're always sticking to the values of the decisions are from the we and implementation as well. Like it's not things that they even want to be in charge of. It's like they're just their hands are good at the thing that they're good at, you know. And then the decision making goes to everyone.
Yeah, that transparency aspect is also very important with what we're doing here. The fact that they're so open and honest about everything. And we get these little bits of information every hangout that we do every Saturday. There's always a few things that we can learn and they're happy to share. So I'm really happy to see those things. Those are all very good signs of a healthy community. So that's why I like being involved.
Yeah, it's usually those things that are on like the front of their minds too, just being the nature of idea flow and things like that. Like we're worried about the same things that they're worried about at the same time, and them being able to talk to like a sample size of the community and really hone in on the best way to keep implementing and with the nature of building something like this, I mean, like some of the decision making simply has to happen like in their own minds, and we have to trust some of that. But it's good for us to talk like regularly. I think it's amazing, and I don't think that a lot of other teams get in touch with such a large pool of their community regularly.
Yeah, yeah, I agree with you on that. So I mean, I just want to jump back to you'd mentioned a few times that you built some tools and some infrastructure around Axie Infinity. You've learned a lot of things probably through that experience about crypto gaming and setting up these programs. So you must have quite a few Axie players that are maybe looking at Aavegtochi now, looking to get in there. Would you be able to share with us maybe what your player base is like with other games? Like how many other players do you have involved with MetaGuild that might be interested in coming to Aavegtochi?
Yeah, yeah. For now, we have around 500 or a little bit more even Axie Infinity players. And what concerns the interest and intention to play Aavegtochi is all this in our hands. So we are trying to do stage event. For example, we made 2 days ago. It was 50 up to 50 viewers at Twitch at the moment through the 2 hours length discussions. So it's in our opinion it's a great result for such event, and we try to onboard these people, and from day to day a lot of their messages goes to me and Egor, and the main question is, what is Aavegtochi, how can I start playing, what should I learn, and yeah, we're trying to answer it. We're trying to build some some not build, but acquiring attention from Axie Infinity players that it's not the only one game, and playing in Aavegtochi from first day will bring them much more than playing Axie, for example, for 1 month. It's just our opinion, and yeah, they're trying to read through Wikipedia of Aavegtochi, and they send emojis of mind blowing. What's going on here? Is it a game or rocket science? So yeah, we try our best to educate them.
Yes, for the next 1.5 months, our goal is to explain to players what Aavegtochi, mechanics of Aavegtochi, and so on.
That's interesting. I have played Axie Infinity and I did enjoy that game. However, I when I discovered Aavegotchi, there was more depth. You know, I'm sure Axie's building other things that will come over time, but the thing that really appealed to me with Aavegotchi was this ability that each one was rare or unique, you know, in its own way, because it had these randomly generated stats through Chainlink BRF. And that made each one unique because it was not a human being that created that Aavegotchi. It was actually created through code, right, on chain. And so that was really appealing to me. And I like that technical aspect of it when you're looking for an Aavegotchi. There might be certain Aavegotchis that might be better for farming, for example. And there might be some other Aavegotchis that might be focused more on fighting and battling, right? Because we're going to have the Liquidator gameplay also coming out at some point. I mean, as far as your player base goes, when they're going to get access to renting these Aavegotchis, are they going to be paying to rent these Aavegotchis, or will they have some kind of an access pass through MetaGuild that they'll be able to rent these Aavegotchis to, let's say, farm Alchemica for one day, for example?
It's a good question. It's a good question. We haven't got an exact answer for that, and but we have a list of players who, not only from Axie Infinity game, but in general, people who involved in our in MetaGuild life. It's contributor set at several players who is doing some kind of community management, and we will provide them with Aavegtochis just to be first pioneers on in the Gotchiverse, to explore and to build some strategies within the game. So we will try to find best minds in our community to score to the highest. I mean, to be the first to be super experienced with such galaxy brain people. Yeah, we have such a list.
Axie Infinity and Aavegtochi have very important difference. Aavegtochi is coordination and multiplayer game. In Axie Infinity, every player is separate player, individual player. They don't interact with each other, and we think that in Aavegtochi, coordination will be very important, and coordinating players is very important, and we need leaders who will coordinate the whole team and guide them. So we are looking for such players who can lead our guild.
Yeah, I totally see what you guys are saying, especially in regards to bringing in all the galaxy brain people from your guild and combining them to create great things, especially early in the game, to attract even more players to the guild. And I think that's a great way to start out in the realm. I know you've also received a partner parcel lately, so congratulations on that. And you also have your guild areas as well, right?
Yeah, thank you. That was yeah, it was inspiring news for us. And as we said, we have acquired a lot of spacious lands through land sale, first land sale, and this one will be less for us for sure, because we need to change strategy a bit, and sorry, I just forget the second part of your question.
Oh, no, no, you can always ask me again. I was just curious to know what district you guys are based out of. I think you were saying that I think as I recall it was your guild district was district 40. Am I right? Am I correct there?
Yeah, 40, 41, and left higher corner in the citadel near Arichan district. So I think we will prevent liquidators from rushing our homeland from western part.
I love that. You guys are going to be the defenders of the western wing of the Citadel. You know, it seems like you have good coverage on that side. And I have a few parcels in that area as well, so I'll be sure I'll be joining in too when that happens.
Yeah, great. Welcome to the MetaGuild. And also, we have a lot of FOMO boosts in our districts.
Oh, I love that. That's awesome. Yeah, the left side is so rich with FOMO. I think it's going to be attractive, especially for mining and farming operations.
Yeah, we are going to be FOMO monopolists. Joking.
So I understand you also among owning a lot of land in the Gotchiverse, you also have some very rare competitive Gotchis that were competing in rarity farming. Is that correct?
Yes, actually we have number one kingship, Aavegtochi.
Yeah, congratulations on that as well. That's another win.
Yeah, for sure. Thanks. And we have a lot of Aavegtochis with good kinship, more than 500, so 550, I think. So we believe that we can be competitive, not talking only about rarity farming scores, but at farming alchemica as well.
Yes, because I also believe that recently it's been announced that your kinship level is going to be in relation to the a multiplier on the alchemica that you get from channeling. So to have so many high kinship Aavegotchis, it's going to be a huge advantage in the early game, especially when alchemica is going to be in such high demand, especially from your own guild, probably to build structures, right? Because you have so many parcels. I'm sure you're going to want to build a vast amount of structures on those parcels.
Yeah, we will have the greatest changing ritual in the Gotchiverse, I guess.
Yeah, no, certainly. Was there a reason why you picked that portion of the Citadel to make that your home in the Gotchiverse?
Great question again. We decided not to go deep to the middle of the citadel because we know that it will be a huge demand, a huge a lot of people will be bidding out here, and as far as we know, if the land has already have boost, it is a good point to bid a lot on these parcels. But as well, after we build a first installation on the land, we can find a great boost on our land too, and from our point of view, lands without a boost undervalued comparing to lands with boost. So that's why we have decided to settle in the area where we think not a lot of people will be bidding
I
because
see.
of boost level. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's I see your strategy there.
We really believe that changing VRAF will show us
That's
a lot
us.
of opportunities for boost the lens and yeah, if someone is looking for to buy one land, it's better from our perspective. It's better to choose one land inside the specials parcels, and as I know, Alchemica can spill over the land and near it in some radius of area, and that's why sitting near big parcels is a good idea.
Wow, I think that was some alpha there for other players who are listening to that. That's awesome. I mean, that's something that to me I had thought about before, but I haven't heard too many people talking about this, is that, you know, if you're a small player, and you know you can benefit off being beside a spacious parcel, it would benefit you to do that because there is likely to be more spillover initially, especially for a spacious parcel, given the size. And I really like your strategy. I was going to say how you went for more land, so a larger chance of getting higher boosts through the Chainlink VRF versus maybe going, if you had gone closer to the center, you would have got maybe less land and less of a chance of getting higher boosts on your parcels. So I really like that part of your strategy. And uh, and especially having so many FOMO boosts is going to be helpful in the long run too.
Yeah, we hope so. Having a long distance, I mean, be able to not rely on disperse and random is very important. Not have to rely, sorry, to disperse and random.
Yeah, it's always good to expand your sample size if you want like a more appropriate rate, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
By the way, guys, do you have any idea what is 27th district is?
What it is?
It's
Like
it's like very weird district with Pac-Man ghosts and
oh yeah, that's proposed to be the Dow Square, like where Pixelcraft is going to come in and create a game experience.
wow, nice. Sounds great.
I thought that District 30 will goes to DAO. And
Yeah, I believe District 27 is supposed to be Pixelcraft Square, and that's where they're going to be holding lots of events, and there's going to be probably a gaming experience around there. And then I also believe the bazaar will be based out of there. There'll be little shops like a bazaar where you can go around and maybe interact with some NPCs that maybe perhaps Pixelcraft has created. Uh, I I can maybe confirm and see about the Dow Square because I also believed that the Dow Square was the lower circle with the smaller humble parcels in it. So I'm gonna have to confirm that. Actually, Webb, do you know by any chance if those might be two separate things, or if the Dow Square is in fact going to be part of Pixelcraft Square?
I'm not gonna say 100%, but that does sound right. I mean, I know they're both reserved for like different things, if that makes sense. And I think that Pixelcraft Square is run by the DAO, if I'm remembering what they said correctly.
Oh, okay, because from my understanding, I thought the lower circle was going to be it's going to be where the DAO goes to vote. That's going to be like the voting area, and then the Pixelcraft Square is District 27 with the colorful ghosts and whatnot. And I thought we would have a gaming experience and like Pixelcraft experience built around there. But what I will do is maybe on Saturday I will confirm those things.
Yeah, that would make
I
the most
think
sense.
I think you're right, because in 27th district there's a logo of Pixelcraft. There are a lot of P's.
Yeah.
But I do believe, as far as experiences go, there is a very small amount of parcels in that area that are available, and those parcels will have a significant value over time because they might be used as outposts. For example, for a guild, if they want to advertise their DApp or they want to advertise something, that would be the area to have one of those parcels there because those parcels might get some of the highest foot traffic besides District 1 parcels. Obviously, they'll get a lot of foot traffic, but the District 27 parcels I could also see getting quite a bit of foot traffic for that reason.
Yeah, definitely. Actually, you can already buy some of these parcels from 27th district.
Yeah, there's actually a very small amount of them, but I think they'll be in high demand.
If
They
you're
are
talking
already
about
high demand.
if you're talking about foot traffic, what do you guys think about having parcels near the main roads? And more, I am asking about aesthetics NPCs which can be built on our lands. How do you see it? Will it be some sort of billboard? Can we build a billboard in the very beginning, the first day? How do you think?
I don't believe that they'll be available on the first day, perhaps, but they've talked about a specific kind of structure called aesthetica structures, and those will be purely for display. Now, they've mentioned a few different types of these structures, so I actually wonder if this is going to be a class of structures that maybe a billboard maybe might be one of them. Uh, but they've also mentioned a display case for displaying your badges also. And I do know Dan had mentioned that when you build your Gotchi Lodge, at a certain level that you built the lodge, you'll be able to go into the lodge and you'll be able to display NFTs and whatnot in the inside of the lodge. It'll be very customizable.
Sounds really cool.
I believe the initial experiences of Gotchiverse are going to be based around interaction and communication in the realm, and also voting in the DAO, and perhaps maybe experiences. And I think that's going to be the initial phase when we first start in the Gotchiverse. And then, of course, we have the farming aspect as well, which will be huge. I could see a lot of harvesters and such structures being built at the start.
Actually, you know, the Aavegtochi community is the most, Aavegtochi DAO is the most active DAO, I guess, in the world right now. And it will be even more active as soon as Gotchiverse launches. This blows my mind. The only thing you need to do to increase level of activity and involvement into your protocol or project. Just gamify your voting process, and you are good. This is a great example, and I think other projects should follow this way. Maybe they'll integrate their DAOs into a Gotchiverse. Who knows?
That would be
I think you're
super
making.
special.
Go ahead, Webb. Go ahead.
No, that sounds great. I'm in 100% agreement, which is I think is what you were about to say. That's like, I think that's all what it was built with the intention for, and I think that it's going to be really special as it slowly becomes more visible to people that aren't like thinking multiple moves out.
Yeah, I think you guys have made some incredible points about this.
Just
I definitely
imagine.
see. Yes, sir.
Just imagine, now we are inspiring all these images in our head, in our vision, and as soon as we will go to the DAO to vote for some Egypt, and we will stay in the choir and about 30 minutes because a lot of Gotchis are way ahead, and we cannot do anything. We need to open more votes sections for them. Just
I
imagine this.
It
Like
will
an
be opportunity
amphitheater.
for business, like selling wearables to the crowd, to the queue.
Yeah,
Yeah, it'll be
that's interesting to think about. A lot of opportunities in the Gotchiverse.
I'm excited to see like which parts of like the city people start to coordinate
Right?
around.
That's
and,
the
like,
amount of
like
interaction you get with that experience. But I think what's being said here is once the realm Gotchiverse goes live, this is going to be a whole different experience where we're not just clicking on a button for 1 or 2 minutes and then leaving.
Yeah, hanging out, working together, chilling.
The world will not be the same. The DAO voting will not be the same. The DeFi UX will not be the same. Basically, it
And
will be
even
a revolution into crypto space.
People
oh,
everywhere are
oh,
gonna be. Sorry, go ahead. I was
just say hope so. Sorry.
Yeah, no, I agree. I was people everywhere are gonna be taking the Gotchi pill, the purple pill.
It's great that from one perspective it's great, but that the game is postponed a bit 1 month because if it will go live according to light paper and we should play at the Christmas time. Yeah, our family will happy to see us because the game starts December. No way we can eat dinner with our family. We will see our friends' wearables, our friends' images in the Gotchiverse and just formula chemical all the day long. I really afraid of this time because I prepare myself to be online as much as possible because I'm so excited to go to be here to explore opportunities, to explore the map, go from feet by feet all the map Yeah, and that's great that it will be next year.
Sorry, friends. Unfortunately, we're still dealing with some difficulties on Twitter Spaces. This does happen every now and then, where the space just suddenly ends. It's only happened luckily once before, but I just restarted it, so I think we should be okay to keep going. Where was I? I think you were saying something there before.
Sandro was talking about the launch of the new year. And I just want to say, imagine if the game would launch before the Christmas, and imagine the price of Santa.
Oh my God, like that would be the most amazing gift ever if that happened. I I think they've hinted at maybe Coven, being able to play on Coven, maybe. Um, I don't want to say this is alpha because this is just at this point I just heard it maybe one time that it might be available to play as a on a test net. So we'll see.
Yeah, Jesse said that yesterday during the hangout. He like alluded to it.
So make sure you have your Coven Ghost.
Goodbye Christmas then.
So, I was asking, what would a day look like for a MetaGuild Aavegtochi player? For someone who's starting out, maybe they used to play Axie and now, or maybe they still play Axie and now they're interested in playing Aavegtochi. And so how would they first get their Aavegtochi, and then how would they start? And what would their day look like gaming from your
I
view?
guess as soon as I guess it will start with agenda, with the daily agenda, because as we mentioned before, the Aavegtochi is very coordination oriented game, and players need to be coordinated to do rituals, to find the best lands to farm. I think the main thing at the start of the day will be agenda and coordination and planning. It's still difficult to say how the rest of the day would go, because we still don't know a lot of information about the gameplay. Also, I wonder how players will move on the map, how fast will it be, and which items will increase the speed, and how players will spawn on the map. A lot of open questions.
Yeah, we have a lot of open questions, wondering that too. And so I'm thinking with especially a lot of these guilds, a lot of the value that's going to come initially from players starting out with being in a guild is being able to do these channeling events that maybe will be held on the guild parcels. So players will be able to take their Gotchi or rent a Gotchi, and with a certain wearable, they'll be able to do some channeling as well for Alchemica.
Definitely. Actually, Aavegtochi is the type of game for which MetaGuild was founded. This is exactly the game for MetaGuild.
Because I see MetaGuild, a lot of your ethos behind what MetaGuild is, from what I've seen in other games and from what I've read, is you guys is focus very heavily on the community building aspect. You know, you have a lot of content creators that are busy streaming and creating content and also sharing with other people and bringing people together for these coordination efforts, like you were saying, which right now is going to be important for farming and later on is going to be important for defending the citadel from liquidators.
Yes, exactly. We are trying to build a community of friends, community of players, not farmers. We see some guilds have such problem where it becomes not a guild of players, but the guild of farmers. We want to avoid this in MetaGuild, and we spent a lot of time to help our community to be more friendly. We help them to be more comfortable in our Discord, our community. And actually, Aavegtochi community is a role model for us. We learn a lot from Aavegtochi community, and our values are the same.
I think that's such an interesting point you bring up on the guild of farmers versus a guild of players and the level of unity, you know, how united people in the guild feel is going to be much stronger when it's a guild of people playing the game and engaging with all aspects of the game versus only the lucrative parts of the game, which, you know, we know with play to earn gaming, farming can become very lucrative and people can become very greedy with just the farming aspect. And sometimes that can lead to people doing either malicious things or, you know, trying to do a scam or something like that to gain more over someone else. And I don't think Aavegtochi is about that. I think it's, like you said, more about creating and sharing with each other. And yeah. So, I mean, what have you seen issues with other games where the players just became farmers, and then how did that affect those games versus Aavegtochi?
Yeah, just today, my friend forwarded me a video for 30 seconds where it was some office in Asia where about 40 people sitting in front of their monitors and playing Axie Infinity from 12 applications at the moment, and also they were playing another game which is just a clickable clicking gameplay. There is no a lot of there is no need to have a lot of brain to do it. They just like operators who is sitting around the computer and trying to avoid some problems in bot commands. So we are against such malicious things, and what concerning our Axie Infinity scholarship and our further experience in Aavegtochi, we will definitely try to avoid multi-accounters, and our community managers are already trying to detect such malicious things. And yeah, first of all, community of Aavegtochi is more united and more healthy, and just to avoid further dirty things, we will bring our experience from our Axie Infinity to Aavegtochi as well. So yeah, we think that at the first steps, from first steps of the game, there will not be a lot of malicious things and only exploring some bugs, and even bugs will be reported to the team as soon as possible, I think.
The supply, with the to control the malicious attacks, what could be done would be, for example, what Aavegtochi's done, where
Yeah, I think Hefe's mic might have went out. I don't know.
Yeah, Twitter Space is still new.
Yeah, it's a little wonky. How many players are in your guild right now?
We have 5,000 Discord members, and we have 500 Axie Infinity players. But we still we have not started onboarding to our Aavegtochi guild yet, and actually it will be open to everyone. Yeah, we just need to figure out the roles in our guild, the ranks, and so on.
So, like, how many Aavegtochis do you have? Because I guess I assume you're gonna, you have or you will continue to accumulate Aavegtochis so that you have people in your guild be able to tend to the land that you have been acquiring. Is that correct?
Yes, we have more than 100 Aavegtochis, and we continue to acquire them.
If you had to, go ahead.
Just 2 days ago, we have opened around 25 portals, and it was so excited to listen to these sounds effects when you open the portal. I haven't listened to these scenes on too. Yeah, but unfortunately there are no beautiful ones in the portals. I mean, some 540 plus and no mystical double mystics. So yeah, just a little bit unfortunate for us, but
I'm so sorry, friends.
No worries.
We don't normally have such issues on Twitter Spaces like this. But hopefully we won't have these issues in the Gotchiverse, because maybe I'm thinking once the realm goes live, we can have conversations like this on your parcels.
yeah, hope Jack will not interrupt us anymore.
Yeah, but
Yeah, where I was asking questions about their Gotchi holdings and their plans, and we got rugged. So it was like, I don't know if we should, Jack Dorsey's listening and gonna rug us again.
BTC.
Yeah, it's hilarious, I think the Gotchiverse will be the correct space to share a lot of our great ideas. I want to thank you guys for even sharing your time with us today and sharing some of your ideas of what MetaGuild has in store. And I'm excited to see what you guys are going to build.
Thank you very much for inviting us, for having us.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, this was a cool conversation with you. A knowledge base of Aavegtochi.
Actually, yeah, you shared a lot of useful information for us.
Well,
Yeah,
thank you guys.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, thanks, guys. We'll definitely do this again, and then maybe we should consider doing this in a Discord voice chat, so then we don't have to worry about getting rugged.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
sure.
think
Great idea.
I think that's a great idea. And actually, I have one more question for someone who is interested in MetaGuild. How can they get started with you guys?
Just join our Discord follow our Twitter, and we are going to do an announcement about our Aavegtochi guild. The work in the process, we develop onboarding process in our Aavegtochi guild, and just follow the announcements. Yeah, in a couple of weeks, we are going to announce how you can be involved in MetaGuild Aavegtochi guild.
That's awesome. So I'll be looking out for that. I'll make sure I let everyone know. And yeah, for anybody interested in MetaGuild, just keep an eye on them. They're going to be doing big things in the Gotchiverse. And it was a pleasure to meet you guys and have this great conversation. And yeah, I hope we can plan things in the future to have more conversations like this.
Yes, it was a
Definitely.
pleasure to talk to you, and we'll definitely come to your next event. Thanks.
Thank you,
All right.
guys.
Thank you so much, guys. Take care.
Thanks, guys. Take it easy.
Bye-bye.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye.
Also, sorry, Gravy and 3D Slaps. We're ending this now.
Unfortunately, but I will be I will have a recording available for it for all the friends who missed out on this conversation.
Nice.
Yeah.
Take it easy.
Take it easy. Later, man.